channel, GP Cooks. Today we are all Christmased out because it is December 10th and we are almost at Christmas. So that is so exciting. Today I'm going to be talking about something that isn't really gastroparesis related, but more it's diet related, but not the diet you're thinking about. I'm talking about intuitive eating and the set point theory. So let's get into it. Intuitive eating, what does that mean? People are always like, oh, I have to stick by a meal plan, I have to calorie count. No, that is not correct. So intuitive eating is honoring your hunger cues and your fullness cues. So if you're hungry, don't say, oh, I just ate, I can't eat. Your body wants food, so you should give it food. If you're halfway through a meal and you feel full, don't force yourself to finish that meal. Just save it for later. See, things that sound so simple aren't to some people, but it's really important. You have to honor your cravings as well. This one is the one that people are like, oh no, I can't have a cookie. But guess what? You can have 2 cookies. You can have a cookie. Because your body is craving it, you need to give it what it wants. And if you think that intuitive eating is just cooking and pizzas, it's not. Your body is going to want healthy food. It's going to want fruit. It's going to want vegetables with dinner. It's going to want grilled chicken or tofu or whatever you want. It's not just going to tell you to eat pizza and candy all day. You have to eat all your food groups. So instead of just saying, oh, well, I'm just going to eat like fruits and vegetables instead of sugar. Don't cut sugar out. Don't restrict yourself from any food group unless you're lactose intolerant and you have to. You have to eat all your food groups and be mindful of what your body is asking for and when it is asking for it. Eat everything you want, but in moderation. So, intuitive eating isn't just about eating healthy or eating unhealthy. It's about eating what you crave, what you want, when you want it, and how much of it you want. But you do have to have it in moderation. Like I said, if you feel full, that's a sign to stop eating. Unless you are in anorexia recovery and your body is not there yet, or eating disorder recovery, sorry, not just anorexia. But if your body isn't there yet and it needs more food than you are able to eat, you have to just take your time, just eat it, but you can't not finish. Like other people are allowed to not finish their meals if they get full, but if you are in recovery and you're supposed to be gaining weight, you're supposed to have calories for the day, then you need to eat what they're telling you to eat. Intuitive eating is more for eating disorder recovery who are recovered, their weight restored, they're in a good place mentally, and they're ready to take on like normal people life. But it's also for normal people who don't have eating disorders at all, because diet culture is so awful right now. So awful. And it's just really important for everybody to see this video and know that they can eat what they want to eat and they don't have to be restricted. Why should we intuitively eat? Why? Because it helps your mental health. If you're eating, sugar actually helps your brain. It helps your soul. And instead of eating like just vegetables and salads all day, you're going to feel happier when you eat one piece of chocolate throughout the day. You don't have to eat dessert every single night, but it does help your mental health if you're not restricting yourself. Because if you're craving something and you're not giving it to yourself, then you're going to start getting upset. If you put yourself into a calorie deficit, you will constantly think about food and your weight, because a malnourished brain is focusing on what it's deprived of. So, like when I had anorexia, all I could think about was food. And that's all I could think about was food and my weight and my body and the numbers. But now that I'm nourished and my brain is nourished and it's growing and my body is growing and it's all good, I don't think about it as much. I just eat when I'm hungry. And it's such a beautiful thing, and it doesn't take over my life anymore. It also helps with no binges. If you restrict yourself to, say, 1,200 calories a day, which is, by the way, what a 2-year-old is supposed to eat, so please eat more than that, then you might binge at night. You might eat over. You might eat a whole cake because you deprived yourself of sugar and chocolate for so long. If you're giving yourself these things in moderation, you're not going to want to eat them all at once. And the last reason why we should intuitively eat is because it helps you to not gain weight. Yes, you heard it right. It helps you maintain your weight. Now, this is the second part of the video. Set point theory. Set point theory is a theory because it's controversial, and that's why it's not a fact, but I 100% believe in it, and I hope by the end of the video you do too. So what is set point theory? The set point is the weight your body prefers. So if you suppress the calories your body needs or wants, like I said, your appetite will increase and your preoccupation about food will increase. If you eat slightly over your ideal calories for your body and your needs, your body will actually raise the metabolism, raise your body temperature to burn off the excess energy that you gave it that day, that week, that month. So, that year even. Your body wants to be at a certain weight. And if you eat 500 calories over what your body wants, you're not going to gain weight. But if you eat 1,000 less than you want, you will lose in the beginning. But every single relapse, every single time you go back to eating less, your body's set point is going to raise. So some people are naturally heavier and some people are naturally lighter than others. And it's predisposed. It's a predisposed weight range that you are born with. And your body is going to want to be at that weight. As you grow, you might be heavier than your peers. As you grow, you might be lighter than your peers. And this doesn't stop in adulthood. Like adulthood, your body still wants to be at a certain weight, and you need to give it the energy that it needs to maintain that special weight. And like I said, the more relapses, the higher your set point goes. So if you're suppressing and eating 1,200 calories a day, 500 calories a day, you are, in the short run, you might see a lot of weight loss. You might see weight melting off. But as soon as you start eating again, you're going to gain all of it back and more. But if you started out with intuitive eating, you would have been fine. You would have been at the low range of what you were predisposed at. Lastly, trust. Think about it. In a relationship, in life, in every aspect of life, trust is important. You have a relationship with your body. So you need to trust that your body is doing what it's going to do and that it is where it needs to be and that it's going to burn off the energy you're giving it, or that it's going to survive with the less energy you're giving it. And your body needs to trust you back. It needs to know that you are going to continuously feed it when it needs it. When your stomach rumbles, it needs to know, okay, they're going to feed me. But if your stomach rumbles and you don't feed it, and then it rumbles and then you don't feed it, and then it rumbles and you don't feed it, your body's going to cling onto every single piece that you put in there because it has nothing left. So it wants to be at a certain weight, and you're suppressing it, and it doesn't want to do that. It wants to be at the happy weight, and it wants to have that energy. So it's going to cling onto whatever you give it, instead of, if you were intuitively eating, you could burn off, say, what that 500 that you were eating for the whole day. You would burn it off if you ate it with, say, 20, I don't know, I'm just throwing numbers out here, but like if you ate it with like a lot of calories that your body wanted and needed. And don't count the calories. Like, that's like a horrible thing to do, like a horrible thing to do. Don't do that. Delete MyFitnessPal, horrible app, terrible, do not do it. But if you think, instead of thinking about calories and how many calories does my body need, think about how much food does my body need. Eat food, don't eat numbers. That, I cannot stress that enough. Eat food, not numbers. Because food is supposed to be enjoyed. It's supposed to be like a social thing. It's not just supposed to be something that you do because you have to, because it's substantial. You have to actually enjoy your food. And if you're intuitively eating and you're eating what you crave, if you're eating when you're hungry, you're stopping when you're full, you feel content, you're not thinking about food that much, it's just something that you do, that is when you know you are in a healthy mindset and that you are probably maintaining your set point. Now, instead of going on a journey to suppress the weight, I know you might watch this video and get freaked out and think, oh, I'm the heaviest I've ever been, and this is not my set point. How can I let myself stay here forever? And then you might go look on 50 other YouTube videos that say how to suppress your set point, how to lose off your set point. But don't do that, because instead of going on a journey to suppress your set point, how about going on a journey to accept the body you have? Because this is where it wants to be. This is the body that's healthy. This is the body that's walking all those times, and you're probably exercising, which is great. This is the body that's allowing you to exercise and feel the endorphins that happen when you do. And this is the body that is enjoying food and doing it. Just be happy with your body instead of trying so hard to change it, when all it does is it lives to help you live. So you only get one body, and you got to trust it. You got to respect it. So respect your body and don't try and suppress it. Just intuitively eat, and your body will shift into wherever it needs to be. Thank you for watching. I hope that this taught you something, especially with the holidays coming up. I want everyone to eat that second cookie if they really want it and they're hungry. So don't forget to like and subscribe for new videos. I'm doing a what I eat in a day. I'm filming it tomorrow. I don't know when it'll be up, but I'm so excited. So yeah, just don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.